Disney's Animal Kingdom is a celebration of wildlife, adventure, and the magic of discovering the world around us and the ones beyond. From dodging sea monsters on a banshee to racing through the Himalayan peaks, and soon, a race through snake-filled temples with Indy will make the park more exciting than ever. Hi, I'm the Frugal Brit, and in this video I'll guide you through every ride and attraction that Disney's Animal Kingdom 2025 has to offer. Without further ado, let's dive in. After heading through the turnstiles, you'll enter into the OASIS land, a peaceful sanctuary designed to immerse you in the wonders of nature. Meandering pathways lead you past cascading waterfalls and exotic animal exhibits. The end of the Oasis path reveals a sweeping view of the park's centrepiece, the iconic Tree of Life at the heart of Discovery Island, the second land in the tour, which acts as the central hub of the park, similar to the Central Plaza at Magic Kingdom. Sitting in the middle of the island is the Tree of Life, a 14-storey baobab tree adorned with over 300 intricate animal carvings. Surrounding its grand trunk are the Discovery Island trails, winding pathways that offer up-close encounters with a variety of animal species, providing a tranquil setting to appreciate the island's lush landscapes and wildlife. In front of the Tree of Life, you can see the Winged Encounters show, where exotic macaws perform free-flying demonstrations, creating a vibrant display as they soar over the park. Inside the Tree of Life space is the It's Tough to Be a Bug show, but not for long as it's scheduled to close permanently this year. For those able to catch it in the meantime, it's a 3D film and live show hosted by Flick from Pixar's It's a Bug's Life, blending humour, clever effects, and some creepy surprises. We're expecting work to start on its replacement early this year, which will be a new show inspired by Zootopia. When exiting, it's worth pausing to enjoy the infectious energy of the Viva Gaia street band nearby, bringing the rhythms of the Caribbean to life, encouraging guests to dance and celebrate. There's also a couple meet and greets at Discovery Island. At Adventurers Outpost, you can meet Mickey and friends sporting their safari outfits, while over at Character Landing, fans of Moana can get a photo with the cheerful Wayfinder. As we cross over from Discovery Island, we'll journey eastward into the beautifully themed Asia Land, immersing guests into the fictional kingdom of Anandapur, drawing inspiration from various East Asian nations. Situated along the waterway that flows through Asia, the Discovery River Amphitheatre has been a stage for big shows over the years, most recently Kite Tales, which concluded in 2022. Disney is yet to announce a replacement. Next, we have the Kali River Rapids Whitewater Raft Ride, which begins in an intricately themed queue that winds through an ancient temple and into the expedition office. Once aboard the 12-person circular raft, the journey starts with a 90-foot lift hill. At the top, the raft plunges into the water, where the current swiftly picks up. Surrounding geysers and rock formations set the stage, but the tranquil atmosphere doesn't last long. You soon encounter a smouldering forest. As tension builds, the raft passes beneath a bridge of flaming logs before a thrilling 30-foot drop, leaving some riders soaked. The excitement continues with spinning rapids, waterfalls and jets of water as you float past the Gibbon exhibit. Finally, statues of elephants spray one last splash as the ride concludes. For a quieter adventure, the Maharajah Jungle Trek invites guests to explore the ruins of a once grand palace reclaimed by nature. This self-guided experience offers encounters with fascinating animals, including majestic tigers lounging in the sun and water buffalo cooling off in shaded pools. Towards the end, there's a bustling aviary filled with over 50 species of free-flying Asian birds. Speaking of birds, our next stop is Feathered Friends in Flight, an engaging live show that takes place in a charming open-air theatre where animal trainers work with a variety of bird species, sharing insights and showing off their impressive behaviours. Finally, it's time to tackle the Expedition Everest high-speed coaster, which dominates the park's skyline, a towering replica of the Himalayan mountain range. The journey begins as guests queue through the Himalayan Escapes travel agency, a richly detailed area filled with authentic artefacts. After you're boarding on the platform, the ride starts with a calm ascent through lush greenery, where the imposing peaks of Everest grow closer with each click of the train. After a second lift hill, the train passes through a temple adorned with foreboding Yeti murals warning of the dangers ahead. The suspense builds as the train emerges through the mountain, only to confront broken track and an abrupt stop before the train suddenly races backwards into darkness, plunging deeper into the forbidden mountain. Inside, glimpses of the Yeti flash across snowy walls before the train bursts into the light for a dramatic plunge down the mountain's face, twisting and turning at breakneck speeds. The adventure crescendos in the caves of the mountain, where the legendary Disco Yeti animatronic delivers its climactic moment before the ride concludes with a winding return to the station, bringing the thrilling expedition to an end. Leaving the peaks of Everest behind, next we're headed for the sprawling Africa section, which is dominated by a vast savanna that's the heart and soul of the park. But we're going to start inside the African village known as Harambe, a meticulously crafted representation of an East African port village. Here, the atmosphere is alive with the rhythm of Africa. Talented street performers fill the air with beats of drums and the energy of traditional dancers. We'll start the attraction tour with what remains the park's signature experience, which is Kilimanjaro Safaris. The rustic pathways of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve wind their way to a loading area where open-sided vehicles await. Once aboard, you'll travel through a number of carefully crafted habitats. Along riverbanks, you might spot kudu or crocodiles sunning themselves, while further in, the expansive savanna unfolds. Giraffes gracefully nibble at treetops, elephants wander through their grazing grounds, and flamingos gather at watering holes. On rocky outcrops, lions lounge, surveying the plains. Throughout the expedition, your driver doubles as a knowledgeable guide, sharing insights on animal behaviours and conservation efforts. Stepping off the safari, we'll continue the exploration on foot at the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail, a self-guided trail which leads you through habitats rich with life. You can peek into burrows as naked mole rats tunnel away, gaze into shimmering pools of tropical fish where hippos drift beneath the surface alongside families of ducks. The trail meanders past meerkats on lookout duty. The highlight is the magnificent troop of western lowland gorillas within their lush naturalistic habitat, where you can watch them play, interact and forage. Just around the corner, you have the Rafiki's Planet Watch experience, which begins at the Wildlife Express station, a modest railway platform tucked away in the leafy outskirts of Harambe. Guests climb aboard the open-air train and chug along the tracks for a behind-the-scenes look at Animal Kingdom, with glimpses of backstage habitats and care facilities. Upon arrival, you'll step into the conservation station. Inside, windows open into the Animal Care Centre, offering a front-row seat to the work of dedicated veterinarians and animal experts. Nearby, the animation experience encourages your inner artist, teaching you to sketch beloved Disney characters inspired by real creatures you've encountered around the park. And outside, the affection section invites a more hands-on visit, where guests meet and interact with a variety of friendly animals in a relaxed, welcoming setting. To conclude our journey through Africa, we head to the Harambe Theatre for the Festival of the Lion King, which is a 30-minute Broadway-style show that celebrates the iconic music and story of the Lion King through a mix of live performances, acrobatics, vibrant costumes, impressive floats, larger-than-life puppets, and engaging audience participation. A must-see experience which many consider to be the best show at Disney World. Departing from the savannah, our path now takes us to the mystical world of Pandora, in the Valley of Mora, set generations after the events of the Avatar movies, where you'll find a lush landscape, floating mountains defy gravity, waterfalls cascade from impossible heights. As night falls in the winter months, Pandora transforms into a bioluminescent wonderland. Glowing plants light up the pathways. For our first ride, we'll head to the Navi River Journey boat ride. After navigating a queue filled with hand-woven light fixtures beneath twisted vines, you'll step into a hand-woven reed boat, where you'll drift down the Casvapan River, where the bioluminescent forest comes alive around you. Flowing plants, delicate creatures, and soft harmonies create a tranquil, otherworldly atmosphere. Eventually, you arrive at the heart of the ride, face to face with a Navi shaman of songs, a nearly 10-foot tall animatronic, famed for its lifelike fluidity. Definitely not the most exciting ride in the park. Its charm lies in its atmosphere and stunning visuals. For those seeking something a bit more exciting, next we have the Avatar Flight of Passage 3D Flying Simulator, which remains the park's most sought-after attraction. Its entrance blends naturally into the lush Pandoran jungle, with flowing waterfalls and uniquely sculptured rock formations. As you weave through the winding queue, you enter into secret caves adorned with Navi art, and through a bioluminescent jungle. Deeper inside awaits a high-tech research facility where a life-sized avatar rests in a containment unit. Before boarding, guests undergo a contamination process, ensuring a safe genetic link to their own avatar. With the process complete, you'll slip on your 3D glasses and prepare to bond with a banshee. Moments later, you're soaring through Pandora's most stunning vistas, lush forests bursting with colour, dodging sea monsters, and soaring through towering cliffs and secret bioluminescent groves. A ride that truly captivates the senses, delivering a genuinely awe-inspiring experience. Moving on now to Dinoland USA, the area which Disney fans are most excited about right now, poised for a complete transformation into a tropical Americas-themed land, one that fans of Indiana Jones and Encanto will be eager to experience. We'll uncover those details shortly, but first, let's focus on what's here this year. Currently, at the heart of Dinoland USA is the Dinosaur attraction. The queue leads you into the Dino Institute, styled as a high-tech museum-like facility. Inside, Dr. Marsh and Dr. Seeker brief you on the time rover vehicles, which send you back to the late Cretaceous. Moments later, you're strapped into your rover and plunge back in time, racing through a primeval landscape on a mission to rescue an iguanodon while evading the fierce Carnotaurus and dodging crashing meteors. Just when all seems lost, the time rover heads back to the future, narrowly avoiding catastrophe. Nearby, the Boneyard provides kids with an excavation site-themed play area where families can dig, climb and explore. At the time of making this video, there's no announced closure for the Boneyard, but likely to remain open at least through the busy spring season. Moving along, we come to the Finding Nemo, the Big Blue and Beyond, a 25-minute live stage show which reimagines the heartwarming story of Marlin and Nemo, blending puppetry, live performers, and animated backdrops that bring the vibrant undersea world to life. In the centre of Dinoland is the Chester and Hester's Dinorama section, a playful carnival-style area inspired by a retro roadside attraction and anchored by the Triceratops spin ride. However, unless you're watching this video very early on, chances are this ride and all of Dinorama has now been closed. Replacing this area will be an Encanto-themed zone, including the Madrigal Casita, and will contain a family-friendly dark ride. The space now occupied by the Boneyard and nearby amenities will be transformed into Pueblo Esperanza, a vibrant community centre nestled in a rainforest setting. Perhaps the biggest news of all is that the Dinosaur ride will be replaced by an Indiana Jones thrill ride, using the same advanced ride system as its predecessor, but offering a unique storyline and new features. No official closure date has been confirmed yet for Dinosaur. A reasonable guess would be sometime in early 2026 as the park's transformation continues to unfold. Now that we've explored all the lands of Animal Kingdom, the final feature to mention is the Tree of Life Awakenings, an enchanting evening projection show that brings the park's iconic centrepiece to life with dazzling visuals and heartfelt stories. That's all for this tour. Thank you for watching. To continue on with the Disney World Attractions tour, I recommend clicking on one of these videos next.